Aries, this is Kay and you're on the Collective Soul Tarot channel. Welcome to the channel and welcome to your reading. We're going to go ahead and start your reading off with picking the past, present, and future energy from the Zodiac 108. And then we're going to do the same for the Lenormand and move on to the tarot from there. I hope you're all doing well. Lovely to be here. And thank you for being here and watching the video. Please like, share, and comment, and subscribe if you haven't already as well. Okay, Archangel Michael, what do we have for past? The telephone. Connection. It's communication, conversation, getting through, two-way street, message, vocal, loud and clear, reaching out, notification, throat chakra, inner voice, and rings a bell. Okay, so if you haven't already received some kind of communication from whoever it is that we're going to be talking about here, Aries, if you haven't already, it just means that you have a connection with them, and it could be an energetic connection, but it would be also to that your inner voice, like your intuition, is telling you something that you're going to be hearing from this person, that you'll be notified in one way or another. Your throat chakra might even be more active than usual, meaning you might be talking more or just feeling your throat. You know, perhaps you might be thinking you're coming down with the flu or something like that, or sore throat or whatever, allergies, that kind of thing, but it's not that at all. It's just your throat chakra spinning, being more open. So let's see what comes. That's the past energy. See what comes with the present day. We've got Knight, which is confident, heroic, messenger, fearless, assertive, passionate, fighting, spirit, persevering, chivalry, honor, determined, obeying orders, brave, daring, strong, champion of a cause. Okay, Aries, so it sounds like what I see with the present day energy is that you're stepping into your Knight energy, which is like with the tarot, it's going from being a page to, starting a new adventure, starting a new page, just starting something new, to the Knight where you're actually you're actually on your horse and going somewhere. So this Knight here, it's not the Pentacles or anything like that. It's just a Knight energy. You're on your way. You are being, heroic. You're being confident. You're being courageous, assertive, and you're persevering through whatever it is that you are determined to, to go towards or achieve or accomplish. Determined to. So this could be that you've had communication in the past from somebody, and it might be a while ago, some time ago, weeks, months, probably, maybe even years. It's hard to say, but there is some kind of inner voice that's been niggling at you, saying that there is something that was important to basically heed the call of that communication that you received in the past. Okay, and you're stepping into the energy right now of being, you may not be off on your horse just yet, but being very, very near it, prepared to respond to the communication you had in the past. What was the circumstances of the communication? Maybe you were being asked to do something. Maybe you were told by somebody that how they feel about you, and you didn't really either reciprocate the same feelings at that time or couldn't, and now you feel like you're prepared for that. You're actually changed your mind. Let's see what we have. We have for the future energy is still. It's like, that's like a still for alcohol. Refinement, taste, culture, style, fine-tune, concentrate, develops over time, purify, filter, draw out, infusion, spirits, alcohol, perfume, reduction, and cultivation. So when you're when you're refining something, you're distilling it so that it's only in its most purest form. So in the future energy, what I see here is that whatever it is that you're going towards, you're going to make it into something that is very pure, refined, and it's like something you're going to be focused on, concentrating on. It's something you're going to give your time and energy and your commitment towards. So it is definitely something that you are looking forward to. Okay, and so that's what the Zodiac 108 has for us, for past, present, and future. Let's find out what the Lenormand has. Alrighty, Archangel Michael, what further can we say about past, present, and future energies? Thank you. Okay, got this one, and this one. Okay, what we've got for the telephone past is number 22. You're standing at a crossroads in the past. You had either way to go, and either way would not be the wrong choice. It's just, there's just a different path to go, different choice to be made that'll lead you to a different outcome. But neither is wrong. But that's where you were standing in the past, and perhaps the information that you got from the communication in the past from somebody made you feel like you were standing at a crossroads in that moment at that time. And you could have gone this way or that way, either this way towards them or that way towards something else. And perhaps you did go the other direction, away from that following your life path towards them, being on the path with them, whatever endeavor that would be, whether it's romance, it's business, career, maybe even education, but health-wise, that sort of thing. Family, friends, it could be anything. So then, and number 22 is a master number, so it is all about knowing what it is that you want, so that you can master the art of heeding the call and going where it is that you most feel you're being drawn to. Okay, so that was crossroads. So there was crossroads. Now, if it wasn't after the communication, it was before the communication that you were standing at a crossroads. And when you were standing at the crossroads, this communication came in, and you were given some clear information, and maybe your decision was to wait and see, That would be one pathway, to wait and see, or to go towards the information that you were given as an opportunity, or just an invitation, or whatever, or venture, right? Okay, so for the night energy, we've got thoughts. So thoughts, that's in the realm of the mind, right? It's somebody is on your mind. You're thinking about this person right now, and that is why you are wanting to move towards this person. And again, it doesn't have to be romantic. It could simply be you have thoughts about working, partnering up with somebody in business, some kind of venture. Could be even financial. It could be anything. Maybe it's a friend that you're thinking about, that the two of you want to do some worldly exploring together, going on vacation. It was something that your friend threw out at you a while back, and you kind of went, I got to think about that. I'm not sure if I can, fund that kind of vacation with you at this time, so just let me think about it, right? Well, right now you're saying, I really do want to go on this vacation with my friend. I think it would be a great time, and I do have I have everything, the resources that I need in order to be able to do that. So it's just that you've been thinking about it, or the person, or doing something with someone. It doesn't have to be romantic, but it can be. Okay, so if it's romance, then you've got that person who contacted you in the past that you heard from on your mind right now, and you're getting yourself heroically prepared for reconnecting with them. You reaching out to them. So then we have still, and then we have, oh, look at this. My God. Okay, marriage. Now, again, it could be a partnership in business. It doesn't have to be actual romantic in getting married to somebody. But, I mean, seriously, it is what would be refining, right? You'll be distilling, you'll be putting an end to your life as you once knew it. Whether it's you were been single, or you've been married, or coupled up with somebody, you are putting an end to all of that in order for you to couple up with somebody else. That is what that is. That's your future plans. This is what you're focused on. This is what you see this person as being marriage material for you, that you would very much like to refine your life, like cultivate it in a way and develop in a way that's going to include this person who's been on your mind for a while, especially ever since you heard from them, however long ago that was. Okay, so if we look at this in a romantic way, we could take it that way. Or you look at it, again, take it how it resonates. You can very well say this is about getting together, partnering up with somebody for a business venture. You know, even if it was like you have your own business and you need vendors to provide, to source you with products or services, most likely products, you are going to partner up with them, you know, contractually partner up with them so that they can be your wholesale, you know, they'll be your wholesaler kind of thing. But whatever it is, it could even be educational, where you're going to be going through on a master's program or a doctorate program, and you're going to be partnering up with a thesis advisor. Or in the doctorate realm, I'm not sure, a mentor, or however that works for a doctorate program. So it could be that. Could be, again, just a friend. Maybe you are a woman and you have a really close guy friend, or it could be a girlfriend, but a guy friend where the two of you have been imagining what it would be like to go to Venice, the city on the sea kind of thing, to go to Venice and for a European tour of Venice and the surrounding countries, and Greece and whatever, and it's just something that you've been wanting to do for a long time. You feel like Europe is calling to you like this, and you're going to be answering the call. You're ready. You're on your horse, and you're ready to take off. Okay, so let's find out what the tarot has to say with the major arcana, starting off with that. Archangel Michael, what major arcana would fit this story for Aries? Okay, this one, the Hermit. The Hermit, okay. This is what the energy is that you're in right now, even though you are stepping into taking off, like not hermitizing, but you're going to be taking off. You have been doing some deep self-reflection, deep thinking about the situation, the person, circumstances, plans about moving forward, because, you know, this is what you are distilling your life down to, which is not really going down, it's going up, actually, right? Because you're going to be including someone else in your life that is someone that you've been meaning to be with but haven't. We got the Four of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay, so you are currently sitting in the energy of, you know, thinking about introspection. How many pennies, how many coins do I need in order for me to be able to do what I want to do? That I have my plans, whatever my plans include, I'm going to need some coin. Right? I'm going to need some coin. And right now, I'm just kind of like, and it's also the energy of hanging on to something or someone. Right? It's not just about pentacles. So you might be, you know, with this thoughts card, you're hanging on to somebody energetically, but and you've never been able to really truly let them go, like to not ever think about them anymore and totally get on with your life 100%. You have been, they keep popping up in your mind, or there's things in your life, people, places, and things that remind you of this person, or having been with this person. Oh yeah, we did this when, yeah, we went to a restaurant like this when I was with them. You know, that kind of thing, just signs and synchronicities. So during your time of hiatus, of just like really going within and thinking, now which direction is this really the direction I should take? Is this really direction? Well, you said yes. You said yes, it is. But you have your doubts sometimes because it scares you. It scares you because it's a big decision. You know, might I say, it could be that you're moving across the country, or maybe you're moving countries in order to be with this person or to partner up with this person. Whoever it is that this be your marriage partner. Now, this is not, like I said, it doesn't have to be marriage. It could be a business partner, okay, or a colleague of some kind. All right, so you are definitely in your mind, you know, thinking about if you can do it, or should you do it. You should, if I do this, what do I need, and how do I see it turning out for me? Okay, so let's go ahead and get some tarot for some further clarification. Archangel Michael, what can you tell us about Aries' story here going forward? Someone or something on their mind, wanting to, you know, get into a contract of some type. One more. All right. Okay. We have the Page of Pentacles. So someone did make you an offer. They brought something to the table. Page of Pentacles. They brought something to the table. In this case, this kid is like throwing plates that maybe are meant to go onto the table, but they're not showing the table. But yeah, somebody gave you an offer. They brought something to your mind. They brought you, hey, have you ever thought about doing this? Or how, you know, if it's romantic, someone mentioned how they've been thinking about you and how they feel about you, and that it'd be wonderful to see you again, that kind of stuff. But anything else would be like, hey, there's this yada 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 thing that I seen, and I thought that it'd be a really great thing to be invested in, or to get involved in, or to, you know, some kind of scheme or investment, you know, that kind of thing, or our business practice, or some type of, you know, newly developed technology that you want to be able to put a patent on and to sell globally, that kind of thing. And you need people, you need investors, you need a way to be able to engage and to contract with other people to make this dream come true, this idea, to bring it to fruition. So yeah, it's somebody had brought something to you and said, you know, why don't we do it? Why don't you and I do it? Even if it's going on the vacation like I spoke of. And then we have the Seven of Swords. Okay, so the Seven of Swords is like something's been brought to your attention, has been revealed to you, because things are not as they seem. Things were not as they seemed. Is that what I mean to say? Things are not as they seem. Yeah, and so there might have been some underhandedness, maybe in the past with either a romantic partner, or you were being misleading in a relationship with somebody else, or with this person that you were talking to at one point in time. Maybe you weren't being truthful. Maybe you were hiding your feelings, stealing away your true feelings, your true emotions towards this person when they came to you and said this, that, and the other thing about how they feel about you. And you just, brushed it off and said, I don't feel that way about you, I'm sorry, that kind of thing. And then that whole communication contact just kind of broke, and that was it. But it could also mean that you were with somebody who was being underhanded, sneaky, and deceiving, that you have decided to move away from, to go towards the person that has been honest with you. And if it's not romance, it's like you were involved in other schemes, other business, being entrepreneurial, or other business developments and stuff like that, and they just kind of went sour. They weren't as lucrative as others made it out to be, that they were going to be like that. Or the program that your school advisor wants you to consider going into may not be everything that they make it out to be, that it's not necessarily the right program for you to go into in the area that you live. Like, for example, if you want to be, like myself, a mental health counselor, if you want to be a mental health counselor, but there's a real stigma against the population stigmatizes what being mentally ill is about, and so therefore you're not going to have you get your degree in that, or your master's, your doctorate degree in it, and you're just not going to have the business that you would hope to have for clientele, consistently coming in clientele, because there's a stigma on it that people are it's hush hush, and people don't talk about someone being mentally ill. I know this is kind of archaic, but it's just an example, just try to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. But in other words, it's not going to necessarily be a lucrative direction for you in career, on the career path. And not to mention education, because you have to be educated for the career. So maybe you shouldn't go into clinical psychology program, let's just say. If you just finished psychology, maybe you shouldn't do the clinical psychology route or track. Then maybe you should do some other kind, maybe educational psychology, or not psychology, but just something in the educational realm, instead of actually going down the psychological track, a clinical side of it. That's kind of what I'm talking about, okay? And then we've got the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, the Queen of Pentacles. Let's see here. I feel like this is not you, that this is the other person, this one here. But if it's not this one, it's the one that you were with that was sneaky, that you were committed to. Let's find out more. And then we have the Magician. Yeah, having the, you're talking about how you had to have a good think about it, because maybe doubting that you should move towards this person, whoever they are. If they're the Queen of Pentacles, I'll clarify that. But you've got the resources. The divine is saying you are ready. You have everything you need. Stop just thinking about it and actually get on your horse and go. And then we have the Ace of Wands, because there's nothing but, good times ahead, with a lot of passionate pursuit, like new beginning. Ace of Wands is a brand new beginning. You're starting off on a passionate energy, passionate, just wanting to experience whatever this contract means to you. You want to experience the refined life of living it well with somebody in love, or somebody in business, or somebody in career. you know, it's whatever it is, investment, that kind of thing. You want to live it well. You want to be able to improve your life by making the best decisions for you. And if being with this particular person as a partner or a love romantic partner is what you feel is the best decision, because you've taken it to the all-knowing, you've taken it to yourself. You went in and you really had a good think about this, and you've been thinking hard. Look at this, it's been on your mind, quite literally, with the pentacle on your head. It's been on your mind a lot. Thoughts a lot about it. So, yeah, this is a brand new opportunity of having a lot of passion and desire to fill your life now, to fill your everyday experiences, to be feeling just lively and not only committed but confident as well, but just fired up and just wanting to just do it, live it, experience it, have a great time with that person or people or groups or whatever. And then we got the sun. Wow, that's gorgeous. That is gorgeous. The sun, that's enlightenment, that's powerful happiness, that's being empowered, that's love, that's it's like the happily ever after energy of just feeling healed. And because whatever it is that you got on your mind that you've been thinking about for a long time, it's something that's been it's a big deal. It's a big deal, and it's something that you had to think about seriously. Think about it, because it was going to ask that much of you. It was going to take that much of you, that you had to be serious about being in it, to go all into it, because there would be no halfway. So you had to come with the mind that it was something that you would have to pour your heart and soul into. And so this is what is coming as a result. Happy, happy. Happy, happy. Beautiful, beautiful ending about that. So let's find out the Queen of Pentacles. This might be the one that you want to commit to, or it's the one that you were committed to in the past, whether it's business, partnership, whatever it is. Okay, so let's find out. Archangel Michael, can you please clarify the Queen of Pentacles for me? For Aries, thank you. Three of Swords. Okay, let me clarify that again. It could be somebody that you had to leave behind because they were in this energy, or you were in this energy, whichever it was. Now, it could be that you broke this person's heart, the one that contacted you. Broke this person's heart, and you've been brokenhearted about knowing what you've done before, because now they're on your radar. I mean, you want to move forward with them in your life. You want to be in their life. You want them to be in your life. And again, it doesn't have to be romantic. It could be strictly platonic, okay? Career, work, whatever. All right, but something happened in the past with another organization, another business venture, or the romantic thing that they ended up letting you down and disappointing you, breaking your heart kind of thing, because you put yourself into it, and you may have came out of it with a lot less than you went into it with. So that would be really, really scary and heartbreaking for you, because you really thought it was it. But if it's not that, you broke theirs and walked away and said, this is not for me, and yeah, sorry, but I'm leaving. And it's kind of like something that you may be regretting, but at the same time, it was necessary for you. It was a necessary evil. Just say it that way. It was a necessary evil. Which way? Which should I stay or should I go? Kind of thing. And for you, you decided you needed to go, so you had to break ways. You had to break ways with whoever it was you were grouped up with back then. Okay, so I would say this Queen of Pentacles is the one that you broke their heart, leaving them, whether it's the group or a person. Okay, or let's see if we got some more. I want this one, the Eight of Wands. So this could be the arguments. It could be Eight of Wands, could be arguments. It could very well be arguments with somebody, like angry arguments that would lead to the heartbreak, the breakup. Let's see, one more. Justice. She's paddling that boy's butt. Justice. Okay, so Queen of Pentacles, Three of Swords, Eight of Wands, and Justice. I'm still not clear, because it still could be that justice has come after, things are being balancing out, right? The justice scales are balancing. They are balancing out with the Eight of Wands being, having had arguments and conflict with the past person, whoever this Queen of Pentacles represents. That when you walked away, or they walked away and it hurt your, it was a broken heart situation, breakup. That with the breakup, it's like there's a lot of conflict. Could be, we could be talking divorce here, arguments and divorce, or just simply you reaching out and communicating with the one that you broke their heart by leaving them behind, or not responding to them before in the past when they came to you and connected with you, that you said, I'm sorry, I don't feel the same way, something like that, I don't feel the same way, and that broke their heart. And again, you're feeling brokenhearted now because you didn't, you wish you hadn't said that, you had the regrets, but you're looking at reaching out to them. This could be communication, fast, passionate communication, fiery communication, that then will bring balance to, you're hoping will bring balance to the situation, where it'll be like this, the sun energy. But I want to, Hierophant, okay. The Hierophant, the King of Wands. Hierophant, the King of Wands. I have to say, it could be, I'm feeling, and I've been trying not to put it this way, to go with this direction, but I'm getting this feeling that this is a person that you were with, Aries, that you were with, that was in the Seven Swords energy, because you're like going like this, Seven of Swords energy. They broke your heart. They did something that broke your heart. You had a lot of arguments and a lot of heated conversations about it, heated things said. You went to, it led to having to separate and go to a lawyer kind of thing to break up the traditional contract, the marriage, right? So, and again, you can look at that from a business standpoint too. That if you were in business with somebody, you had to go and get the judge to, or the lawyer to break the contract between the two of you, or to rewrite it or something. But yeah, this is going to somebody of an authority figure, and it has to do with tradition, and it has to do with marriage. So I would say that you could read this both ways. You could read this as, honestly, you could read this as it being this person that you broke their heart, you're feeling brokenhearted about breaking their hearts, you want to reach out to them, but there was arguments, conflicts from the past, but you want to reach out with them because you weren't on the same page. Obviously, they were telling you that they had these feelings for you. You weren't on the same page about that. But now you want to bring justice to the situation by bringing balance to them, like reaching out to them and saying, hey, I'm now on the same page with you. Are you still on the same page with me? And bringing it to, into that traditional asking them to marry you. It's basically what it comes down to. You could be it that way, or it could be the other. It could be the other way. You take it as it resonates. I feel as though it can go either way. It's either the person that you had to leave behind, the group you had to leave behind, or it's the person that you're the group, the business opportunity, the whatever thing that you want to move towards, and make it official. Make it official. Make it official. Draw up a new contract. Draw up a contract. Draw up another contract. Just drop it. Yeah, I mean it's either way. That's basically what Archangel Michael has brought to my attention, is that you in this situation it can be either or. It might even be both. It could be. You just don't know. Maybe there's somebody on your mind, and you're also stepping into some kind of contractual opportunity. Okay? Well, guys, that was very interesting. I hope you enjoyed that and it was helpful in some ways. Please subscribe if you haven't, and like, share, and comment. Yay! Talk to you again. Bye for now.